the director, Samburu Friends Mission.
I'm Mr. Benedict Jacob Lakazo, head teacher at Friends Primary School at Samburu County, Kenya, Africa.
My name is Rosano Ladismo. I am a teacher, preschool teacher. I am also a mother. I am also a pastor. I am also a board member of Friends Samburu. Yeah.
I am Michael Wasike, and what I do here in Samburu, I'm a missionary.
Samburu Friends Mission has 9 churches, and we have 22 staff. We have 12 pastors. We have also people working in the dispensary. We have teachers, and we have subordinate staff like washermen and all these who are guiding our mission in different places.
We started under a tree, the cactus tree we see over there. That was our meeting house. So we started under the tree, and then we had to build a small church that can accommodate very few people. And then we had to continue reaching out. We extend our love to the people.
What excites me is what God is doing in Samburu and how this ministry is effective, reaching out to people, making Christ to be known by everyone, and also how this mission is, the mission is effective to the lives of people. And this mission is Christ-centered mission, whereby everyone is welcomed, and we believe everyone has something to offer in this mission. The Samburu people are pastoralists. They keep animals. They keep sheep, cattle, goats, camels, and also donkeys. And they move from one place to another. We live in a semi-arid area. So we move from one place to another because the rain is not enough. So people move from one place to another in search of green pastures and water.
Poverty is too high because of droughts, because of climate change. So people are becoming poor. Drought came, cows died, cattle, goats all died. So people becoming very poor.
We have only one well here in the mission, in our mission, and it is this well that is providing water, although sometimes the machine breaks, and it will force people to travel, women like sometimes 10 kilometers, 11 to go and look for water. And when they go to where the water is, there is a long queue because animals need water and also people need water. So animals are given first priority to wait. So people wait the animals, and the water is not all that enough. So they will wait, taking small until they get enough, then they come back. So we have also a problem of water, and we have a plans of putting a solar panel here so that we can at least solve that problem.
Quaker Friends Primary School started in 1984. ECT class, 1984, but with very few children. The admission was not beyond 20 children, very few, because people had no value of education. They could not value education. I remember even some of the children, when they are in class, a parent could stand through the wind and call his or her son, come out and go. home, look after sheep or cattle, and the child could just live that way. But when we came, 1994, we said we want to hold hands with the parents, mobilize, give awareness the importance of education so that they can bring their children to school.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
We create awareness. In pastoralist communities, especially nomadic life, people lack information, and information is the power.
Her name was Kajuju. Her mother told her that caterpillars do not bite, but they was still afraid.
The school today has a total enrollment of 1,487. The boarding will assist the children not to do child labor at home, because they normally fetch water after school, they collect firewood, they do cook to the parents, they are there late to sleep, and they are there earlier to wake up in the morning, because they milk cows in the morning, and they cook to the people, and after cooking, they also clean all the utensils after eating. So that means the girl child are more disadvantaged at home, because they will not get time to read in the night, despite of even in the manyatas, people does not have light to read.
At once, I cook at night and don't read at night, and early marriage is then.
Most of them complete their primary education when they are 14, 13, and 15. And for those ones who don't get scholarship, we have girl child education that is supported by Friends, and we have only 12 girls, so we keep on replacing them. So for those ones who don't get scholarship, when they go home, they at least get married when they are a little bit, they have grown a little bit, although they are still kids. But the education will help them at least to stay for a while without getting married. Because here, children can get married as young as 9, 10 to 12, which is very dangerous to their health.
And we rescued around 58 girls out of marriage. There is even the one that is in standard 8 now, doing exam, that was officially married. The girl was married. The bull was killed. The father received 8 cows as a dowry. The girl, after the ceremony, traditional ceremony, the child they do ceremony in 3 days, the girl child marriage in our community. 3 days after the ceremony, the girl was taken from his father's home to the husband family. Lucky enough, we opened the school, it was our December holiday. We opened the school after 3 days marriage. Then our mother came to school and told me that, are you aware of a girl? He was got married. He had no alternative. The men decide for our community. They are the deciders. So he told me the option is, it is your office and the Ministry of Education. I consulted with the Ministry of Education, our sub-county director. We communicated with the police. We went to their home. we took the father of the girl and we told them, you will face the court, or otherwise you will see after you will not face the court if you surrender a girl back to school, then you will get relieved. Then we went with the police with the girl's father to that home, which is 20 kilometers away from the school. We tried to manage to rescue the girl, and the father agreed with that family to return back the 8 cows, and the girl is now comfortable pursuing his education.
I like Kiswahili and science. I like science because science is the mother of all subjects.
It was 11 years he's in standard 5, 11 years old, and he's now 14 years.
I want to go to the high school. I want education.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 13, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
We are leaving out the shepherds. These children are very, very important. They look after cattle. They come home. They are just left that way. But if we can educate them to know how to read and write, it is very important. It can support them. Some can do some minor small trade to earn their life in future when they will have families.
So they only took 2 hours in the evening. The normal time for normal primary start at all lessons start at 8 and end at 5. Well, the out of school program, that is a shepherd class, start at 5 and end at 7 p.m. We don't exceed because of the area that we are working is a corridor of elephants and other wild animals. So that's why we cannot stay longer, because of people between 8 and 5, the activity of the shepherd is looking about livestock. They look about after cows, goats, sheep, and camels. So afterwards they come tired and we don't want to assist them with that, so we normally give them 2 hours program.
And they are so good. We admire when we teach them. We tell them there's Bible stories of some who are shepherds like David and became kings. From the bush looking after sheep to a king. So when we proclaim such a message from the Bible, it encourages these children.
We have now around 31 out of shepherd school children, both boys and girls, who are accessing high school, of which many of them even performing very well.
The dispensary is important because, as Quakers, we believe in God's healing by showing the love of God. It is serving the community. We are doing it as a way of evangelism, like reaching out, showing people love, and also treating them, healing them, to show them the love of Jesus Christ. So this is the only dispensary in this area. So people travel from far to come to this dispensary to be healed. We don't have any other facility, government facility here. So it's only Friends Dispensary that is serving people here. So it's so important. And the nearest dispensary here is in Kisima. which is about 20 kilometers from here. So this is where people go to get medication. There is a grave in the edge of the mission whereby a lady came there in our dispensary. She gave birth and she was bleeding. She bled until she collapsed and died because we have no means of transport. Generally, the mission has only 2 motorbikes that is being shared in between 22 workers. So it's difficult. It's a very difficult situation for us, but we are praying to God. Maybe someday we can get something to use in dispensary to refer our patients and to assist this mission. In Samburu North, there is a lot of fights going on between the Turkana and the Samburu, and it has been going on for a long time. Many people lost their lives. It was a sad incident that it was last week that I lost my brother-in-law during that fight. There's a big Manyata where Turkana stay together, and I wanted to go there and talk to them. But the driver told me that because the mission has no means of transport, the driver told me that he's not going to take me because either I will be killed on the way or immediately when I reach there, I will be killed. So I pleaded with him and finally agreed. I told him it is God sending me, and whatever happened to me, you are not responsible. So he has agreed and they took me there. But immediately when I reached there, I don't know if someone tell them there is Samburu in this vehicle. People start coming. We don't speak the same language, but I was having someone who speaks Swahili in that vehicle. I was taken in the middle of their home. The home has like 3 fences for security purposes. And I was taken in the middle of that home. And when I was taken there, I told them, because most of them, especially young men, they become mad on me. Most of the people are armed because they thought I am a spy. And I told them I am a Quaker pastor, and one of our work is to preach peace. We have peace testimony, and that's our work. And I begged them to give me a chance to talk because I'm harmless, I'm not carrying anything. And if they wanted to kill me, they wanted at least give me a chance to talk to you, at least to pray with you, and you can do whatever you wanted to do. And finally, they calmed down. I started talking, I confused them, and I prayed again. As I was talking with them, telling about Quakers and the work we do, and they wondered, there are many churches around Baragoi town, but there is none that ever came to tell us about peace. Because I told them, we are losing young people, we are losing our animals, there is no school, so the poverty will sweep you, and you are always losing young people, so it's only elderly will live, and it will be end of generations. So I told them, it's good we come together, we talk together, I will connect you with the Samburu, and you take your kids to school, because you know most of the time animals die due to drought, so there's no need of fighting over the animals. So they listened at me, finally they agreed with me. I stayed with them for 3 days, then they walked me back, because there's no longer, the vehicle has already left. They walked me back to Baragoi, and it was 2015 that friends started coming for FEP. They started training advanced, basic, and TOT. So this is how we started. But the fight is still going on. My hope is for this mission to reach out to people and in the future to complete Baraboi Friends Church, where it can act as Quaker Peace Center and a worshiping place between the Turkana and Samburu, and be able to train pastors from both sides so that they can at least bring people from Turkana side to Samburu side so that they can live in harmony.
The work of a pastor here, we preach, we do counseling, we help one another, we help orphans, widows, and the poor.
The most work I do is evangelism. Every time I have that spirit in me. Sometimes I just feel I should go and visit one manyata, their homes. We call them manyatas. I just end and pray. When I pray is when my heart settles. So evangelism, to reach out, to touch the lives of these people through the word of God, proclaim the message to them. That's my most my area I feel to participate. But also, every area, as a missionary, I always give a hand. Everywhere I touch.
When we became a pastors, they see us as a good role model, as a good examples, because we came from this community, we live here. They see our lives is changing because of God. So they take that example and accept Jesus Christ. Yeah. So that's the work of the church.
So our vision was, we have a meeting house, evangelism, we have a health facility, and also a school. Children around that place can also have access to education. So we were welcomed in the year 2002. We had support from North Carolina through Friends United meeting to put up that place. We constructed a very beautiful, decent health facility, a meeting house, and one staff house. But because of the tribal clashes that happened the year 2006, clashes occurred between the Pokoti tribe and the Samburu tribe. And that was our part, the place was battleground that the people were fighting, cattle raiders. So they destroyed the place, especially staff house, meeting house, iron sheets were taken, doors. They had to dismantle all the work that had been done by Friends.
Just like 3 years ago, we went back to local and we started a nursery school there. And we are also using that nursery school as a worshiping place. And we have plans to renovate that dispensary because now there is peace. The people came back and they are settling there, and there's no facility around that place. It's only that one that Friends started. So we are rebuilding again.
God's love with them is with them.
We have land that we are given the land by the Samburu County government, and the mission is going to build rental houses plus a shop that is going to give a mission an income, because currently the mission has no any other income apart from general fund that is being given by friends, North American friends. This is $2,000, and we are using it to pay all our staff, 22 staffs, and also doing some small projects, which is not enough. And now the project, the Quaker Empowering Center in Losu, that's an additional income after we completed it.
If partner friends can feel to pray for this ministry, we feel to have prayers for missionary work and church extension, because we are only at this western part of Samburu County, but we have not gone beyond these hills. We have not gone very far. We have not gone very far.
And in my heart, I am praying so that the people, our children, have quality education.
We need a lot of assistance, and for the support of the 100 girls. And we are even expecting the number of girls enrolling to our rescue center to be higher, according to the need of the community.
Pray for the ministry of Christ so that we are able to reach other people. And also, I also urge friends to pray for us due to means of transport.
These pastors who are working, they have families, but then they need prayers also, right from their families.
We want to pray for developing of this mission. Church, first church, because I love church so much, and see what people of Samburu doing. We are people of God.